Welcome back to the channel, everybody. I'm David here with Zion's Gate Ranch. Today we are spatchcocking a chicken. You ever heard of that? Spatchcocking your chicken. So it's gonna be a fun adventure. Come along for the ride and join me with this recipe. You share with your family and friends. It's gonna be delicious, mouth-watering, and we're gonna smoke a spatchcocked chicken. All right, so we're gonna get right into this and you're gonna love it. We're gonna put this baby on the smoker, hickory and some cherry and some oak. A lot of apple wood. If you have apple wood, it goes great with chicken. Whatever smoker you got, put the smoke to it. We're gonna brine this chicken and we're gonna get it on the smoker today. You can put a chicken in the brine for 24 hours. I'm only gonna do 5 to 6 hours because of the time frame that I got. And that's good enough. I mean, it'll work, you know. So here's this beautiful chicken that we have. This chicken came from some local homesteaders by us. So we're gonna use it, and it's nice to have things that are farm raised. We're gonna get this thing ready. I'm gonna show you the brine recipe that we're gonna use. We have our ingredients: brown sugar, we have garlic, cilantro, parsley, a little bit of balsamic vinegar. We got some Cajun, black pepper, we have smoked paprika, and we have 1 cup of salt. This is your brine. We're gonna start with water. We're gonna do ½ gallon. You could do 5 cups. Depending on how big your chicken is, you want it submerged under the water. So that's really the main goal here. So what we're gonna do is get you a stock pot and have it ready to put on the stove. But first things first, we're gonna put our water in the stock pot. We might need 2 or 3 of these, honestly. I thought it might fill up more. Now that I'm looking at it, let's get the water level above the chicken. See, it's not high enough. We want this pretty high so it's submerged. This is a bigger pot, so we're gonna add more water. All right, that's good enough. Now that we know we have enough water, let's get the ingredients in. We got 1 cup of salt. This is sea salt. You can use kosher salt, any kind of salt that you have. Stir in your sea salt. I would suggest just using warm water because we are going to heat this up on the stove. Now, let's get some smoked paprika. Look at that smoked paprika. Giving it a nice color. Let's go with 1 cup of brown sugar. It smells. Man, if you had a smell-o-vision, you could smell this. It smells good. Brining helps tremendously with tenderization. So it actually breaks down the fibers, you know, and causes meat to be more juicy and more tender. Now, let's add some Cajun. You don't have to add this. I just like it. I do recommend some kind of lime acid juices, tenderized meat. Just sprinkle to your liking. We have some cilantro from our garden, dehydrated. We're just gonna take a little bit of that, crush it with your hand. Doesn't that look pretty? Parsley from our garden. Crush it up. Make it look stunning. Now, black pepper. Garlic. We grow our own garlic. We are big garlic growers around here. We probably last year grew 1,000. This year probably 700. But this is an Italian and Chilean red soft neck garlic, and it's very delicious. Guys, you need to grow garlic. Garlic is so good for you, and we use it in so many dishes. Break you off some cloves. I like to smash garlic. Here's a trick I learned cutting garlic. Cut the root off, hold that skin down with your knife, peel it out. Do the same thing on the front, hold it down with your knife, peel it out. I'm gonna cut these up. Cutting them up adds more aromatics. You want to get more flavor in this. So it's kind of like a brine slash marinade. Put your garlic in there. Let's take a little balsamic vinegar. Vinegar also is a tenderizer, but this has a little bit better flavor. I love balsamic vinegar. You don't need much of this, just a capful. Now let's stir up our brine. The next step is take this to your stovetop. We're going to get this up to a boil. Once it gets to a boil, we're gonna take it off this burner. Really what we're doing is we're heating up all these aromatics, all these seasonings. It's really just making everything, you know, come together into beautiful beauty. Now, if you have other seasonings that you like, you can add them in there, whatever your taste buds like. But you definitely want that sugar, you definitely want that salt, and you definitely want a little lime, something like that. A little acid, you know. Let this come up to a boil. Grab you some hot pads, somewhere to set this down so it doesn't burn anything. Let's take it back to the table. So next step is grab some mice. We're gonna dump some mice in there. You might want to do it by hand so you don't splash everywhere. You don't want to add the chicken when it's hot. You don't want it to cook. Make sure that your brine is cold before you put your chicken in. The ice does cool it down, but you might want to give it a little time if you have the time. One thing you do not want to do is put that chicken into warm water and let it sit in warm water. It's just a big no-no. So you want to make sure your water is cold and you are good to go. We're going to put the chicken breast side down. Majority of your meat on this chicken is on the breast. Since we are spatchcocking this chicken, we're cutting out the backbone. Halfway through, you can flip it over. Get it in your brine and get the air out. And you kind of want it to stay submerged underwater. If it's sticking out, flip it over. If it's not, you can always just push something down on here like a small plate, and then you don't have to flip it at all. We're gonna leave this in here all day, put it in the fridge, up to 24 hours. Leave this in the fridge. You can go longer for more flavor, but I think we're gonna do, it's 9 o'clock in the morning right now. We're gonna do 4 to 5 hours, and we'll catch you guys back then when we're cutting this chicken up. All right, so it's been about 5 hours. I do recommend doing 24 hours. Today we're limited on time due to farm chores and farming. It's a very busy time of year. So we don't have a lot of time and the smoker is rolling. I already got the fire going. We're gonna get this baby out of the brine. If you never spatchcocked a chicken, well today you're going to see. So what that means is we're going to take the backbone out of this chicken and we're going to spatchcock it. All right? I know it sounds funny, but this is the backbone of the chicken. And we're going to cut this baby. See with the scissors. Just like that on both sides. See? Now you can use a knife, but I got these scissors, handy dandy. If you get right on that bone, you can just cut it out. See, it's pretty easy if you get that bone right there. See, it just cuts out. Real simple, real easy. Come on this side. That's what it looks like. Now save this for stock. Put it in your freezer. When you make some soup, chicken backs make the best soup. Broth, stock. All right, so take your chicken, let's flatten it out just like that. so it lays flat. So I'm gonna give it one more dip just in this brine. All right, let's just pat dry it, the whole thing. Paper towels are nice, don't get me wrong, but I notice we waste them a lot. All right, so the next step for your spatchcock chicken is you need a binder. You need something that seasoning can really bind to. So we're gonna use sunflower oil. The reason being I'm using this is because I'm out of olive oil. Use what you got. If you got mustard, or you have vegetable oil, you have, you know, canola oil would be fine. But today I'm using sunflower oil. Kind of interesting. Good to try new things. I actually have never used sunflower oil on anything that I can remember. Who knows? It might be a hit. Non-GMO. So just put it in a cap and let's just drizzle it. Get the holy hands and start rubbing it in. Whoever made up that name? I'd have to Google that or something. I don't know where that came from. Somebody was bored? Or maybe it has a meaning. I don't know. All right, so now that we got it all lathered up, let's get the seasonings going. Use whatever seasonings you got. I'm gonna use what I got here. I like the Killer Hogs BBQ Rub. Pretty good. We're gonna sprinkle that on there. Lemon goes well with chicken. Lemon, pepper. We're gonna hit it with the Kinders. Maybe a little black pepper if need be. Just a little real salt. And some parsley. So let's get at it. Lemon goes great with chicken. Rub it in. It's not really rub, it's more like pat. Patty tap tap. All right, turn your spatchcock chicken over. Doesn't that look beautiful? Looks grand. The other side, rub the oil in. The purpose of this thing being spatchcocked is because it's flat and it lays real flat, cooks very even. I can already tell you this is gonna be amazing. Hit it with the Killer Hogs. You want that flavor. The lemon pepper. A little salt. Isn't that pretty? Oh yes. Crunch it up. All right, so after we got it, let's get to patting and rubbing this in. Don't that look just so pretty? Let's just rub this in just a hair. I don't want to rub the seasoning off. Let's just pat her in. All right, so now we got this baby all lathered up, looking delicious. Let's go put it on the Brazos. The Brazos is gonna smoke this baby like you ain't ever seen. So let's go to the barbecuer. All right, we are out here at the Brazos, the old country barbecue pits, my favorite smoker. And we are going to light this baby up. Does this look delicious to y'all? Dripping the juices from being brined. I mean, this baby looks stunning. Wait till you see it when it's done. It's gonna be like mouth-watering. Nice spatchcock chicken right there, baby. Now let's get her on the smoker, Ozark style. In the Ozarks. Now either you can slide this off or manhandle it. We're gonna manhandle it. All right, so I'm gonna suggest we're gonna put this baby right here, away from the fire. I do have a water pan down below. In the middle of this cook, I'm gonna rotate this 180 so this side's getting the heat. We'll leave it here for about an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours, hour and a half. Rock around 250. Keep the fire around 250, and then we're gonna rotate it so everything cooks real evenly. May not even need rotated, but I think I'm just gonna do it just because. But see you back here in just a little bit. We will be spritzing if it gets dry. Here we go. Barbecue on, baby. All right, it's been what, probably an hour and a half. We're gonna go ahead and start spritzing with our spritz because it's looking dry. Just focus on your chicken. If it starts to look dry, you're gonna wanna hit it with some spritz. I don't like over spritzing, just enough to give it a little squirt. Soak that chicken up, and that's it. At this point, we're probably gonna wanna spritz about every 30 minutes because it is starting to losing that moisture on the outside. We're gonna keep that skin juicy, and we'll see you back here in a minute. All right, everyone, so the sun is starting to set here in the Ozarks, and we are smoking out here on this thing. It smells so delicious. I can't wait to dig in this tonight. It's gonna be so good. We've been spritzing about every 30 minutes, and let's check this baby out. Oh, is it looking nice? Let's just hit it with some more spritz. It's starting to look golden brown. One thing you want to watch for is the legs here. This skin will start pulling back on the legs a lot when it starts getting close to being done. Let's go ahead and hit it with the ThermoPro thermometer. If you don't have one of these, link in the description. These are great, cheap, and reasonable. There are better ones out there, but this one, I've had it for over a year and it's worked so well. So let's check this out. Let's put it in this. Let's put it right here. See where we're at. We're hitting 128. Not done. So we're gonna go ahead and rotate this now because it's been here for probably 3 hours. I'm gonna spin this, or 2.5 hours. I'm gonna spin this around so we get even cooking going on. And as you can see, this part actually got more cooked than this part that was closer to the fire. The reason why that other side was cooked more is because it's right by where it's sucking the smoke up to the stack. It's swirling around and hitting that the whole time. So that's exactly why we needed to just switch it around. So the next time you see me, I'll be carrying this baby inside. I gotta go finish up some chores, feed pigs, feed cows, feed goats, all that good stuff that we do on the farm. We will be inside the next time you see me. All right, y'all, so we hit 165. I put the chicken in this tray. It was getting dark. I need to come in and get a shower. It had enough smoke. You know how that goes. If that chicken get enough smoke, put it in something, wrap it up. I did put barbecue sauce on it. Spritzed it a little bit, put some foil on this tray, and we're about to open this baby up and see what it looks like. So here we go. Wow. All right, so we got the spatchcock chicken on the table, looking amazing. Time to dig into this baby and see what it's all about. So let's dig right into this baby and see what this thigh looks like. Let's just give it a little slice off the spatchcock chicken. Would you look at that? Juicy piece of beauty from the Brazos. Very hickory. That's stunning, you guys. That's probably the best tasting smoked chicken I ever had. I mean, that's really, really good. Cut so perfectly, so deliciously. I mean, hands down, the breasts don't taste much different than the chicken thigh. I mean, it's very evenly, you can tell it's been very evenly cooked. Those are two different types of cuts of meat. And usually the chicken breast is dry. And it's not dry. It tastes just like the texture of the thigh. So that goes to show you that, you know, busting that spine and breaking them open cooks very evenly and distributes all the heat. So it's a score, it's a win. I'm definitely going to do this again. It tastes so good, and the smoke taste is just as strong in the breast as it is in the thigh. I mean, it's definitely worth trying. And the brine came through, made the meat juicy, tender, everything you're looking for in a chicken. So, guys, try this recipe. I think that you will not be disappointed. I loved it. And we're going to enjoy this the rest of the night. So, see you on the next one. Stay tuned for more videos. Subscribe, like, and share these videos with your friends. And we'll see you guys on the next one here on the homestead. Love you guys. Peace.